Girl, guess who the hell re-injured her low back? Yes, me. And I did it in the dumbest way possible. Like, you're not even gonna believe it. First of all, my back was finally feeling normal again. I was doing my core exercises. We've been progressing them. I was keeping up with my mobility stuff. Honestly, my back started feeling fine and I had no pain and I felt really strong. But girl, it was one of my roommates' birthday the other day, and I thought it would be really, really nice to make her a cake. Now, I love baking, but I don't really do a lot of cakes. Like, they're a little intimidating to me, and frosting is so fucking hard. So I don't really make a lot of cakes. But for her, I was like, I'm gonna make her a red velvet cake because that's like her favorite. So I spent half the day making this goddamn cake because it took forever. And I also made like other sweet treats for her. So half the day I was like in the kitchen baking. And I guess I didn't realize that I was like hunched over the whole time. And like I said, frosting is really, really hard. So I was like hyper focused, frosting, doing the crumb layer and like doing all this stuff and making it all nice and pretty for her. And I didn't realize that I was literally like this. I was like hunched over, frosting, decorating, and literally as soon as I finished the cake, my low back started feeling so achy, and I immediately knew, like, fuck, I've been hunched over this whole time. That probably flared up my low back so bad. And I was kind of hoping that it was just going to be like sore and it was going to like kind of go away, but then it didn't go away. So the next time I went to PT, I was so embarrassed to tell the doctor that I flared up my low back because I was frosting a cake like if I was in the Great British Bake Off. And then he quickly asked me, were you bracing your core while you were frosting the cake? And I was like, what do you mean bracing my core? That's only for when I do exercises. And he was like, ma'am, no, you have to brace your core in your day-to-day life. And I was like, how the hell am I supposed to brace my core like every second of the day? Like, what? But then he explained that, like, when you do exercises, you brace your core really, really hard. And obviously for your day-to-day life, you don't want to be, bracing your core that strongly. But you do want to give like a 20 to 30% effort. He said when you're like exercising, you want to brace your core like if someone's about to punch you. But in your day-to-day life, you want to brace your core as if someone's going to poke you. So obviously not as strong as if someone's going to come and punch you, but there is some tension in your obliques. And you especially want to be bracing your core when you're doing things that require you to like lean forward, like cooking, doing laundry, vacuuming, washing dishes, and yes, baking. And he also explained my other limiting factor was the endurance and capacity of my back extensors, which is the muscles that keep you upright. And he explained that when you're like leaning forward, the weight of your head and your chest is coming to your back extensors. So these muscles down here have to work really, really hard for a really, really long time to carry the weight of your head and your chest. And obviously these back extensors fatigue and the pressure starts going to other areas of your body that you don't want it to go to. So explain that your back extensors are just as important to low back stability as your core muscles here in the front. So apparently we're going to start adding some back extensor exercises to my program since I do lean forward a lot in my day-to-day life. So we got to build the endurance on those muscles back there. So stay tuned for all that.